This is a video that I put on my other YouTube channel, which is called Florida Kayaker. It has a handful of subscribers, but I thought it'd be fun to put it on this channel as more of a vlog, so you get to see what I do when I'm out kayaking. This is at a spot that's very close to my house. It's like 17 minutes away, the Santa Fe River, and so it's the river that I kayak most often. What I love about kayaking is you're not only using your core and exercising muscles that you don't normally do when you're riding, but it's also de-stressing and relaxing at the same time. So I love it. Anyway, here's the video. Enjoy. So today I'm kayaking the Santa Fe River, and I'm starting at Poe Springs Park. Sometimes I go to Blue Springs, but Poe Springs has a really nice boat ramp, and Blue Springs has a pretty long, bumpy dirt road that you got to drive to get down to the park. I like Blue Springs a lot, but that road is a little over a mile long and it's pretty bumpy. So the plan for today is to go upriver. We're going to go into Poe Springs. I'm going to practice some rolls, and then we're going to keep going upriver and just turn around and come back. The weather is absolutely spectacular today. Fall weather, so it's not too humid, nice little breeze, fall colors on the river. Should be perfect. The goal with this semi-dry top is to get absolutely no water in the cockpit when you roll. All right, I think we are ready. And we are off. This is probably one of my favorite times of the year to paddle this river. So it's December. So from December till about April, the crowds are a lot less. You can still get pretty quiet paddling if you come early in the morning, like on a weekend, on a Saturday or Sunday. But in the summertime, this river gets fairly crowded on the weekends and the afternoons. This is perfect. So yeah, like I said, we're going upriver right now, and in just a few minutes we're going to take a right and go into Poe Springs. For those of you who aren't too familiar with the Santa Fe River, there are a ton of springs on this river. When I say a ton, probably within a couple hours of paddling right here, probably even an hour of paddling, honestly. You've got about eight or 10, some really pretty ones. Poe is a little bit darker than some of the other ones as far as the vegetation and stuff on the bottom. Blue is extremely clear. Jenny is extremely clear. It's not that Poe's not clear, it's just the darker bottom makes it look not quite as clear. This is a spring that would be just packed in the summertime, and there is nobody here. I see two people over there. All right, time for some roll practice. We stayed dry for the most part. I got a few trickles of water in the spray skirt, but not too bad. This semi-dry top is, I think it's called a semi-dry because the cuffs are neoprene, not rubber. So you might get a little bit of water, but I think it's mainly down by the spray skirt. It kind of trickles in a little bit. All right, so here's a spot. This is the most challenging spot of this kayak. Is right up here. The river is flowing really fast, and there's a section where you're paddling as hard as you can, and it only lasts for about a minute, and you're creeping along. After that, there's only a few sections where it picks up a little bit, but for the most part going upriver right now is not too bad. There are times of the year, especially when we get a lot of rain, where the river's flowing really fast, but today is about average. All right, I can see the water flowing up here. It's a huge effort. Some speed heading into this. Oh, it's shallow, which is why the water picks up. Oh, yeah, you're just creeping along. You could honestly probably get out and walk your kayak up here, but I'm already buttoned into this kayak with this spray skirt. All right, that's the warm-up. Gets even faster up here. Yeah, just creeping along. Oh, we made it. All right, it is smooth sailing from here. And of course, coming back, that's really fun. This section of the river going north from Poe Springs, there aren't a ton of houses. You've got a little cluster of them back by Poe. We've got another cluster coming up to a bridge that we'll be at in a little while. But for the most part, this is a pretty quiet section of river. Man, the fall colors are really nice. So this is early December, and this is when our fall colors are really peaking. Our fall comes a little bit later than other parts of the country. So yeah, late November, early December is when the fall colors are at their best. I think fall is my favorite time of the year in Florida. Spring's nice too, actually. Yeah, winter's not too bad. It's just the summer. So I love kayaking in the summertime. Going into the springs, getting out, swimming around, getting cool. Then you're hot again in about 10 minutes. But you kind of get used to it. Now we're coming under the 27 bridge, which is just outside of High Springs, Florida. Just past this bridge is another boat ramp that I often put in. Totally free to put in there. If I come really early in the morning before the parks are open, I'll put in here, or I'll put in at the 41 bridge, which is about another 45 minutes to an hour paddle from here, keep going upriver. Both of those are really good spots to put in. Here's the boat ramp to my left. This is what I call the 27 bridge boat ramp. There's a cave system just to my right. It's a very unique cave because it's in the bottom of this river. So it's not the crystal clear water that you normally have in the caves in this area. For those of you who don't know, this is the cave diving capital of the United States. I was really into cave diving for a while, way back in the day. I've never dove the cave here. It's a very, obviously, I guess, tannic water cave system. So very low visibility. But a buddy of mine that I used to work with in a dive shop used to come out here and dive it. You got to kind of wait for the right conditions for this one. There are times of the year when this water is clearer than others. Look at all those turtles. There's got to be like 30 turtles on that log. That is a turtle party. It's hilarious. That's the most I've ever seen on one log. All right, we've hit our turnaround time. Made it about 3.5 miles upriver. Not too bad. Now we get to cruise back downriver. It's kind of the equivalent of biking uphill for a long time and then just heading back down. Just not quite as fast. We are cruising now. That's why I prefer going upriver first. You can paddle and go fast, or you can just relax and enjoy the scenery. You stop paddling. Coming back to the 27 bridge, you can see the water bubbling up from that cave system I was telling you about. Right there. I've only seen probably 4 or 5 people on the river in boats or on paddle boards. So it's been quite the peaceful day on the river. Absolutely beautiful. Getting a little warm in this dry top. Might try to do a couple more rolls to cool off before we get back to the car. That spring is right by the boat ramp where I started, so I'll go ahead and mention, if you're interested in paddling the Santa Fe around High Springs, I talked about the places I put in. So 41 Bridge, 27 Bridge, Poe Springs, Blue Springs. You can also put in at Rum Island. And then you can also put in at the 47 bridge, which is pretty far. The 47 bridge is often where we take out if we do a shuttle. So we'll start at like Rum Island, or sometimes even way up here at the 27 bridge, and take a shuttle. So typically what I do is I will drop everybody off where we're starting. I'll take the vehicle with the trailer down to where we're getting out, and then get a ride back to where we started. And that way you can just take your time, and when you're done, you just pack everything up on the trailer and head out. back down the rapids that we had to paddle up earlier. Much easier going this way. And back to where we started. It's about 7.5 miles. Beautiful day on the river. I hope you enjoyed today's paddling adventure on the Santa Fe River near High Springs, Florida. I'll see you in the next video, or better yet, I hope to see you on the water. Thanks for watching.